Len Don Diego here with DraftKings TV at Unbridled Eve on the red carpet on the eve of the Kentucky Derby. We're here interviewing athletes, celebrities, stars, and guess what? Fantasy sports players. This is the intersection of entertainment and fantasy sports. This is DKTV. You ever play any fantasy sports leagues?
Well, I don't know about sports, but fantasy, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Are you in a fantasy football league?
No. I like the NFL. I like football. But I don't think I have the time actually to commit myself to a fantasy football league.
It's only 1 week at a time on DraftKings, so maybe check it out.
1 week to where I could be sleeping.
Have you ever played fantasy sports?
I have.
How do you think it compares to Pictionary on the level of skill?
Well, Pictionary has no skill. So, you have to do a little investment of time and energy in the fantasy sports league. Gotta know what's going on.
What about Fantasy American Idol? It's getting big. People follow along. What about that?
I mean, they may, that might be an invention that needs to happen.
Have you ever played fantasy football?
Shockingly, I am not of the fantasy football league, but I can be a fan today for you. Okay.
For the last years, I kind of been a little bit of fan of basketball.
Yeah.
I know because one of my friends, my closest friends, he owns part of the Lakers, so I had to root for them,
If you own the team, you have to root for them, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. What do you think of Kobe? Is he ready to retire, or is he still got a little juice left?
I don't think he has much left, but that's just my opinion.
I'm going to break some news here. We're about to sign an official partnership with NASCAR to do one-day fantasy leagues. Have you ever played any fantasy sports?
A little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, DraftKings.com. We're going to do 1 week fantasy NASCAR league. How do you think that's going to go?
Oh, I think it's going to go great. I think it's something that's really missing in our sport. We need to engage people more on that level, and I think there's other sports that have done a really good job of that, and there's a huge NASCAR fan base out there that's just waiting to be tapped into, and to have like a draft week and to really kind of do it up, I think would be great for the sport, and thank you for that. Do you play any fantasy sports?
I do. I have a fantasy league in my office, and it's something we do for fun. It's about a 12-person league, and we have a lot of competition. We actually have a Lombardi trophy that we give out to the winner and everything. We put a lot of time into it.
Do you think fantasy sports has changed the game at all? Are people thinking about stats more?
I don't think so. I think the game itself, the rules have changed the game as far as how the league has opened it up to a more scoring. The passing game is much more dominant now. You see these quarterbacks throwing 4,000 yards like it's nothing.
What do you think about the NFL suspending Josh Gordon for a year for smoking weed?
Did they do that today?
A while back, but what do you think of that policy?
Well, I think that's got to change. I really don't think. I don't think marijuana is athletic enhancing or detracting. It's like beer. It's like suspending somebody for beer. They can't jump higher because they smoke weed or run faster or any of those things. They're not performance enhancing drugs. Marijuana is not. So there. No.
Bigger upset: Patriots losing to the Giants, or you beating Clay Aiken?
Oh man, I don't think my win was an upset. So,
exactly.
All right.
Oh yeah, I know DraftKings. Yes.
Okay. Have you ever played a league on DraftKings?
No, but I was thinking about it actually. My agent was like, "You got to go and start get your own little league set up and get all your followers and fans to join you."
Who's the biggest breakout star in baseball this year?
Oh gosh. So far, it's hard. The season just started.
Who's going to be? Give us.
Well, I'm hoping, again, I got to go back to my Giants, it's Brandon Belt. A lot of people, when they tweet me, they say, is he finally going to have out the breakout year he's supposed to, at least 25 homers? And I'm always like, we hope, so we'll see. Hopefully he does.
Who would I be taking on my fantasy NASCAR team? Who's the first guy I'm taking week in, week out?
It's hard to bet against Jimmy Johnson. He is he's clearly dominated the last decades, give or take. Not every week, not every weekend, not every race, not every championship, but he's hard to bet against.
How about the Derby? Who wins?
Oh, really? You want to know which one, huh?
Yeah,
of course, American Pharoah. American Pharoah. And me. Which one you think is going to win?
American Pharoah.
All right, yeah. You're my team.
I'm on your team.
All right.